Adobe Acrobat Studio, so brand new. Show me all the things PDFs can do.
Do your work with ease and speed.
PDF Spaces is all you need.
Do hours of research in an instant
With key insights from an AI assistant.
Pick a template with a click.
Now your prezzo looks super slick.
Close that deal? Yeah, you won.
Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that
with the all-new Acrobat. It's time to do your best work with the all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio.
TaxAct knows every small business owner has different tax filing needs. With TaxAct, you can file yourself with the help of an expert, or TaxAct can do it all for you. You're the boss, the head honcho, the top banana. And TaxAct is like your loyal, trusty tax aide, ready to pounce on any tax needs you might have. TaxAct is dying to pounce on some small business tax needs. TaxAct. Let's get them over with.
Welcome back to Connect with Jonathan Mark. We are back with real families, real law enforcement, and real cases. I'm just so thankful for each and every one of you. I know I say this quite often, but I really am, because a lot of families, law enforcement, just everyone has been showing overwhelming support of my help and all these different ways. I'm just so thankful. This week's episode is a very intense one, just like every single one is. And I wanted to let you guys know that, because when we do this reading, I kind of had a prior conversation with her before recording, just letting her know, based on, me working on cases and the level of the show, which I'm so thankful for, but just everything, I have to be very careful with what I put out there. So this reading that I did is intense, but there was a lot more that happened and will be happening, because I'm going to be working on this case now. So guys, please sit back, relax, and welcome our guest today. All right, well, thank you so much for coming on. I kind of am already getting someone coming through, so I want to start, and I'm just going to give you a quick reading to try to see if this is the person who you want, and also if it's going to help. Okay. You think that because I do these cases all the time, I wouldn't be shocked, honestly, or heartbroken?
Yes.
So your mom's coming through.
Yes.
You must have been super young, super young when this happened, because she keeps saying you've grown so much. What she's also kind of saying to me too is she wants to explain the circumstance of what happened, because what she's saying is, have you ever seen, because she's putting this in my head, so I apologize, and I don't want to sound like disgusting or anything, and it's not disgusting, but it's just like when someone puts a body in a garbage bag, like a black garbage bag, she keeps putting a garbage bag over her head, and she's saying that she wants, and later on, you and I will chat more, but I just want to let you know, because she's coming through and she keeps saying that there's two things. There was like a garbage bag, there's a lapse of time, and she's saying, and she keeps tapping herself saying, thank God that, it's sad to say, but it was only her, because she's saying you weren't far away from this. And what she's saying to me also, because she wants me to let you know this, and she apologizes for this. Do you know people that surround themselves with not good people at times?
Yeah.
And because of our conversation before, of what?
Absolutely.
So she's apologizing for that. And she's apologizing because it's putting not only herself, but you in danger. Because she's saying, you must have been 3, 4, 5.
I had just turned 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like she kept putting preschool in front of me. So I didn't know if that's 3 or 4. But what she's also kind of showing to me too with this is, and I hope I'm wrong with this, honestly, but and I've noticed this with some of the situations when it comes to cases, but she keeps basically taking a stack of paper and dropping it. When they do that to me, that typically indicates that the case was mismanaged, from what I see.
Absolutely.
And she's also keeps taking my Gatorade bottle and moving it over. And when they do that, it's the mishandling of even evidence as well too. Tampered, mishandled, and everything. Because basically what she's saying to me is that even if you tried to get any information on this. She keeps lighting a fire to it, saying there's not much on this like situation. And she's saying that it's putting you in a really difficult spot because she's saying now, I mean, I'm sure you've always wanted closure and you always wanted to some extent have answers about the case and what happened. But she's saying because of this, it's making it so much more difficult, is what she keeps saying. And she's saying like you're fighting a very uphill battle in this situation just because of the fact that again, like she's lighting papers on fire. She's saying there's nothing. Now, what she wants me to talk about also is I can't, like when it's late at night or early in the morning, it's like a weird time to tell when I'm doing readings, honestly, because I can't tell typically. Right. But she keeps basically saying that there was a gap time of when this happened to when she was found, is what I see. And she's saying that it was too long of a gap time. And what she's also saying too, that because she's saying again, like she keeps smiling and kissing you because she keeps saying you've learned so much as time went on. Because she's saying there was so much misinformation she's saying you were receiving. And what she's also saying by that is the misinformation were the people that were supposed to be giving you proper information, like the people that are the closest to you and law enforcement. And I work closely with law enforcement, and I know sometimes they mishandle things, and especially a long time ago. I mean, this must have happened from my perspective like 30 years plus maybe, because she's saying it's older than I am. So she keeps saying to me that there's other things she wants me to talk about with you with this, because she's also kind of sharing as well that the lead up of what had happened, because she keeps saying that I think abuse comes in many different forms in relationships and things like that. And she's saying she put herself in a very difficult situation. Now, what she's also saying to me too, because she's smiling, people that have fiery personalities that will fight back. She's saying that she was a fiery little spitfire. So if something happened, she's saying she wasn't just going to roll over and just let it happen, she's saying. And why she's saying that, and she's putting a mic, those, what the detectives use with that, like the big glass, like the magnifying glass. Yeah. She keeps saying to me that it's kind of like because she fought back, there should have been markings on someone. And the markings on the person was very close to her. And she's saying that, and she's joking, 1 + 1 should equal 2, not 1 + 1 should equal 7, is what she's saying. And she's saying that if like people always know this phrase, if you know someone, like it obviously helps you out, right? Like, and she's saying that like when she puts dots in a triangle, it means that everyone had a relationship with someone that could have been helpful. Because she's saying that going back to like what had happened, she keeps saying like not a great relationship. And she's saying that, which I find very interesting. And the only reason why I'm saying this, and it's not interesting in the fact that I'm like, oh my God, like this is so, it's interesting because she's saying you remember being a child, certain moments about this. And she's saying that it's a long time ago. And she's smiling because she's saying like, you're going to be the reason why this case gets reopened. And she wants you to, her biggest thing, and I really hope you know this, like, you don't need me to like even tell you this, but how much she loves you and how much she misses you. I mean, how she just came through, barging through, was really, really beautiful, if I'm being honest. Like there was like no, like, I know I joked with you in the beginning being like, I hope this is who you want. You know what I mean?
Right.
only simply because like her, how she came through before I like really tapped in was a loving mom. Like just like a loving mom. So I thought that I was like, this cannot be the person, because I'm like, how she's coming through is just very different. But then she quickly shifted into telling me about the stuff that I was saying. Now, what she's also kind of saying too is that, and she's saying you will also understand this. Yeah. There was no accident and there was no self-induced harm. But for the people that responded to it, made it like people write reports, and I get that. So when people are writing reports and they're saying it was self-induced or there was like an accident-related thing, she's like, that's not exactly what happened, because she keeps putting a black garbage bag over her, saying that like, why would she put herself in something like that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And she's also saying to me too, because she thinks this is important. And I kind of agree with her with this of why I think this is important as well. But she keeps basically saying to me, like, there was no, I think the best way I can explain it to you is she keeps basically saying there was a lead up to this. Like there was 100% a lead up. There was, it was not random. It was not, and that's what I was trying to say. It wasn't random. Everything kind of led up to this. It's being with someone because she's saying this person who she was very close with, who's a suspect from my perspective, has a violent, I guess you could say like behavior to them, like very impulsive, very violent. So keeps repeating saying that she wants this department to re-examine, even if this person is older, or whatever the case
And I'm
is.
sure they are, right?
Yeah, like she thinks that this person's just walking around getting away with something. And that's what's upsetting her,
Yes.
which she's saying, which ultimately like upsets you.
How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many
discount.
discounts will you stack up? Tap the banner or visit usaa.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number, 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number, save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
I always say this to people, I get sent so many cases, like I've told you, and I'm thankful. But I'm going to see this through to at least get this case reopened, because your mom's a really good person. She has definitely a Spitfire personality to her on the other side, which I'm assuming she must have been like this too. But her main thing was like, and I know I already said this, but she doesn't want you to think that she just kind of rolled over and let it happen, because she's saying that there was a true lead up to this like situation. And what she's saying is the nature of the murder was horrific too, from my perspective.
Yes.
Like it wasn't, and not that any murder is not horrific, but the nature of what happened to her in a garbage bag is horrific. And she's saying the thing that upsets her the absolute most with a lot of this is you being a child and seeing all this kind of like happen. Because she's saying you have these memories. And I will say this, you can classify it as like, which I get, like a PTSD, right? Because it's like, how could you not, right? But
Right.
She's saying it's carved in the back of your head, because she's saying there's a purpose. The purpose is to bring attention back to this. And that's what she wants. So I'm going to shut up, and I want you to explain everything that I kind of said, and, keep things. And I will tell this to you too, like, and to not screw up the case, just keep things like, because we want this to like elevate the case and stuff. So we don't want them to be like, well, you said this. So that's why I was being careful.
Will say, from getting her autopsy report a couple of years ago and bringing more, trying to figure things out myself, because things have always been kind of wished around. Like no one said exactly what happened. So no one knew.
Right.
And I was raised by my aunt, which is her sister. But I also have a little sister that was only 5 months old when she passed. In the autopsy report, which was never said to us or told to us, she was found in a trash bag, like over her head.
Oh, she was.
Yes.
Like I said, like I didn't know if that was like just her version of telling me that she was murdered. Like in like movies and stuff, that's what they put in my head, or like movie clips, if I've never been around something like that. So I didn't know if that was like an exaggeration.
So she was actually in a trash bag. They were trying to say that it was a suicide type thing, but it was like, there's no way that it is suicide, because first of all, we fight ourselves like a fight or flight type thing. We can't like suffocate ourselves.
Right.
Right. You know, like that's especially with just like a trash bag. Like you just can't do that. And, you know, I have been told that she was like in a bad group of people at that time, which she was young. She was only 22 when she died. So, you know, she probably was in the wrong things, wrong group type stuff. So that definitely plays true to what you said. And there are some suspects and, you know, things that should have been looked at a little bit more and not just, you know, surpass like, oh, they have an alibi. So this is, you know, they're fine, you know,
Right.
And they didn't really, nobody didn't push the case at the time. My granddad was actually very particular and religious and wanted his name out of things, I believe, and kind of didn't want all that light, I think, shined on
It's hard.
the case, you know? So I think it was more hush hush type thing. And
Absolutely.
that kind of happened and it just kind of washed away and nobody did anything. I'm kind of left here now. I'm older and my sister's older and we're kind of like, okay, well, what did happen? You know, like this shouldn't have just been left alone and more should have been done about this. So,
Well, I'm just very thankful that you trusted me to even do this. And like I said to you before, like we're going to try and get this out there more. And I want to be involved in this with you. So anything I can do from like now, the future, whatever, I'm around and I'm here to help always.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And I just want to say thank you so much for coming on. I so appreciate it. And we'll make sure to keep everyone updated on your case and maybe bring you and your sister back maybe like next time. So then, because typically when I do these cases with law enforcement and stuff, I read different family members, not because like she was only 5 months old, that like people will probably be like, what will she know? But different messages typically come in for different people.
Absolutely.
So I would love to bring you and your sister back on later on, and we'll obviously be in contact outside of this. So I just want to say thank you so much for trusting in me. Marie, thank you so much for coming on. Another intense episode, like I said from the beginning. But I just want to say thank you guys once again. And please do not forget to rate and review the show 5 stars. We are almost at 500. And once I hit 500 5-star reviews, I'm giving away a reading. I did it for every single 100 that we hit. And we are pretty close. So let's do that. And please give a follow to my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, over at Jonathan Mark Medium. It really helps me out when I post clips and really helps the show out. I'll see you next week, and we are back with unsolved cases, missing people, and just helping everyday people. Thank you.